I thank you for tuning in to 5 Minutes with KeRusso today. We're winding up an adventure today, at least the part that we take together. I hope it's one that you continue, and I encourage you to. How do you become a follower of Jesus? What does Jesus say? What does he teach? How does a disciple live? What does a disciple value? How does a disciple think and act? We've looked at the Gospel of Matthew at 5 blocks of teaching where Jesus spoke specifically to his disciples about such things. Those are 5 blocks of teaching that we need to spend more time with, and I would encourage you to even memorize them. You may think, well, that's impossible. Well, it isn't. I've done it. It's not easy. But that's kind of the point, and that's kind of what goes along with this whole journey with Jesus. See, Jesus calls us to the best life, but not the easy life. And as you listen to Jesus, you begin to realize fairly quickly, this is not easy. This is not the way people in my culture live, not in any culture. This is not the way my nature wants to live. Jesus is calling us to walk a different road than what we would typically pick for ourselves. And so if you memorize these texts, as you memorize them and put in all of that hard work to learn them and to recite them and to keep them on your heart, it begins to shape how you think. So that when you go out and you live, you give thought to living the way Jesus would live the day that you've been given. Now, you're not going to live through it perfectly. You're not going to follow Jesus perfectly. You never will. I don't. But that's the thing. Jesus doesn't call us to live perfectly. He calls us to follow him. He calls us to get on the road with him. And we all can do that. So I hope you'll do more than just say, hey, I've watched the videos and let it be. Let the videos just be a jumping off point into being a follower of Jesus, not just a church member somewhere, not just somebody who calls themselves a Christian. Being a follower of Jesus is a much brighter light than that. And then the world needs to see that kind of a light. This world literally is going to hell in a handbasket. We're self-destructing in so many ways. And this world needs to see Jesus. And the way Jesus is called and made possible for them to see him is through his followers. And we can't settle for something less than being a follower of Jesus. So I encourage you to go as deep as you can, to go as far as you can down this road with Jesus. He'll help you go down this road. Share with others how to do this, but they can't walk the road if they don't see you walking the road. You have to be following Jesus if you're going to help somebody else. And if you are following Jesus, you know you can't keep it to yourself. These videos are here for you to go back anytime you want to with a group of people or one other person and use them as a blueprint to walk with Jesus and learn how to do that and share it with other people. It doesn't cost anything, so it's there. And it's a gift to you. I hope that you're encouraged to do more than what you've done. No matter if you've been doing a lot. You see, we always can go further with Jesus. Do more than what you've done. So this winds up what we're doing in Matthew. Again, Jesus calls you to the best life, not to an easy life. I hope you'll go that way. Where do we go from here? Well, I'm going to make a couple of changes. Just due to time constraints, I'm not going to be posting a video every Monday and Friday. It's just going to be Fridays for a while, okay? So tune back in next Friday. And there's something that's been on my heart I want to do with you. And again, it's a little bit different because we're not going to spend any time in just one place in the Bible. I'm going to share with you a story, a family story of redemption that goes through a very difficult place of judgment. And I believe it's a story that's going to resonate because all of us can look at our lives and we can see how we've messed up, and we may have even done some things that we think there's no way God would make room for me in his kingdom and in his family. But there is. I want to share with you the story of a guy named Korah and his family. He was the guy that made God so angry. It was a horrible day when it happened. But that's not where the story ends. So tune in next Friday, and I'll begin to share that story with you. You can leave comments. You can send me any emails at booksbykerusso@gmail.com, and I'll respond to you. Thank you for taking this journey with us. I hope you go further and feel those blessings.